Brandon mentioned that the game between the Packers and the Lions is the second highest over-under on the slate. And it is number 2, but number 1 has a pretty solid lead over the rest of the field. That's between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. 56.5. Whew, is the over-under in that game. And obviously, facing the Saints, you're going to want some Matt Ryan in your life. He is really good. But I also don't want to overlook Drew Brees. The subject of my first trend is Drew Brees, his passing volume when the Saints are on the road and in a dome or a retractable roof. We have this narrative in our mind that seems to be a pretty accepted rule right now that you don't use Drew Brees when his team is on the road. To me, I think that there is an exception to that, and that's when he's on the road and in a dome. And I think that there is historical precedent to believe that. If we're looking from 2011 through this year, Brees has played 15 games on the road or either in a dome or a retractable roof over that span. In those 15 games, he's averaging 45.1 pass attempts and 335 yards per game. And again, that is an average for him. When the game's outdoors, he averages just 41 attempts and 304.7 yards per game, which is a pretty significant deviation. And if we're comparing how he does on the road in domes to at home, he actually averages 2 more yards per game in this span. The only true difference between Drew Brees at home and on the road when he's playing either in a dome or a retractable roof is his touchdown rate, which our editor JJ Zachariason at numberFire showed this summer. It's a thing that can fluctuate pretty heavily, especially in a sample of just 15 or 16 games, which is where Brees is at right now with this one. The Falcons are 23rd against the pass. They allowed Jameis Winston and Aaron Rodgers to throw for 4 touchdowns against them in the Georgia Dome, and Phillip Rivers and the combo of Derek Anderson and Cam Newton both had 337 yards through the air against them. This is not a very good pass defense. Drew Brees is just 8,200. Matt Ryan is 87. I like both a lot, and I prefer Matt Ryan in cash, but I find myself gravitating towards Brees in tournaments. Brandon, what are your thoughts on Drew Brees for this week?